Hey, what is up, Internet? This is Kyle with Slapshot Toys doing a McFarlane Toys action figure review. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at the Color Top Series Spawn Rebirth action figure, so let's go ahead and get him out of the box and take a look. And here's Spawn out of the packaging, and this is one really cool figure. The detailing and sculpting work on this is just absolutely awesome. I love how they captured all the little details on Spawn. The only drawback is this is a figure or a statue. This is not an action figure. There's very little articulation, but we'll get to that here in just a bit. Now, this figure did come with a few little accessories, so let's go ahead and take a look at those first. First accessory I do want to take a look at is the base. Really cool basic base that they've given us here with the Spawn Classic comic logo there on the plaque. That looks really cool. Like all the little kind of framing work they did here on the sides. That gives it kind of that little museum kind of look to it. Pretty cool. And then I like the little bricks all detailed out there at the top of the base. That looks really good. And then there's the foot peg. Next up, we are given two guns. First of which is this massive bazooka rocket launcher type thing. And this thing is really, really cool. Ton of detail work there all throughout the gun. Really like the different paints that they used. So you have like kind of like the gold there, and then a little bit of like a kind of tannish pinkish brown there in the barrel. Rocket looks really good with all like the little line work sculpted out there. Nice little silver paint app there at the top. Paint apps look really, really good, really, really clean. All the detailing work there and the grip and everything looks really, really cool. And then the second gun we are given is this little pistol, or maybe like a little submachine gun. I don't know exactly what it is. But this thing looks really cool as well. Love all the line work that they sculpted out there. Really like that you can actually see the clip right there. That looks really cool. Like the gold paint that they use for all that. And then I really like the two tones of really dark gray and really light gray. Just give it a little bit more of like a wear and tear gun feel to it. But both guns came out really, really well. Taking a closer look at Spawn himself. Now, I'm a massive Spawn fan, have been since I was a kid, and it's mainly because of the design. As a kid, I saw him out in my comic book stands, and I just thought he looked absolutely amazing, and then just really fell in love with the character, and mainly because of the design. And I just really feel that this figure like really captures that classic Spawn look. I mean, everything from here, and the mask is all detailed out, all sculpted out. The eye detail looks fantastic. Love the little wrinkles there on the forehead. Got the little wrinkles there in the mouth as well. And then my favorite thing, I think, is the eyes themselves. I don't know how well it's shown through the video, but it is like really cool pearlescent green turquoise color, and it just really makes this figure pop. And then going down here, like you got the cape kind of flowing around Spawn there, and that's one big thing that I really like about this figure, is it really doesn't capture the classic comic Spawn, where the cape just kind of encapsulated him and just kind of flowed with him. And I love how they use this red and then really dirtied it up with that, like the splotches of black. I think that gives it that real kind of like hellfire, demonic look that Spawn goes for in the comics. And then, I mean, this thing on the back is just sculpted out wonderfully. You get all the lines up here, and then going down, it just flows really nicely. And at the bottom, you get all the little curls, and it makes it look like the suit is a living symbiote, which it is. It just really came out really awesome. And then if you're going down here, everything on the chest looks really good. You get all the muscles and everything all sculpted out. You get the actual line work from the V on the suit all sculpted out. That looks fantastic. Love the armbands. You get all the little individual spikes there all sculpted out. Once again, you get all the muscles. That looks really good. You get the little bracelet with the spikes there. And then coming over here on this hand, you get that huge gauntlet right there with all the spikes all sculpted and all the line work. And once again, they use that red and black, which just looks, in my mind, absolutely fantastic. And then going down to the belt, you get all the little pouches all individually sculpted out there. Love the skull logo right there for the buckle. And then probably one of my other favorite things is the actual chains. So these are all individual chains. They're not just painted on. They're actual pieces that have been sculpted out, and those flow really nicely with the figure. As you can see, like they go all throughout the back there underneath the cape. And they just look fantastic. Again, here with the thigh belt, you get all the little pouches and everything all sculpted out. That looks really good. Really like the red that they used. The matte black here on the suit looks fantastic. And then going down to the boots, once again, you get all the line work and the red detail along with the massive spikes. And those just look absolutely fantastic. And real quick, just to go through the articulation, you basically get a little bit of rotation here at the head, but the issue with that is it does make it's basically sculpted to only look that one way. So if you turn it any other way, you get this weird kind of angle of the head that just doesn't look natural. As far as the arms, the only movement you do get is there's 2 clicks, basically this pose, so really close to the body, and that's it as far as the right arm. And then you do get a little bit of just a real small bit of rotation here on the wrist, because this gauntlet does hinder that. And then as far as the left arm, you do get a little bit more as far as the elbows. You actually don't. You get that 1 click, so it can go from here to here, and it's not the easiest to move. And honestly, I just kind of feel like I'm gonna break this figure when I'm doing that. And then you do get a little bit of rotation there at the wrist, and that is all the articulation you get. Nothing in the legs, nothing as far as moving the arms forward or anything like that. That is it. So that is going to do it for my review of the McFarlane Toys Color Top Series Spawn Rebirth figure. Like I said at the beginning, this figure is sculpted beautifully. I really think it encaptures the classic comic look of Spawn. And as a Spawn fan and not getting any Spawn figures for like I think the past 10 years since they've made one, this is a welcome addition to my collection. Just know that there is no articulation. This is a statue. This is the only pose you're going to be able to get him into. And if you're okay with that and you just want a awesome looking Spawn piece, this is definitely one to grab. I don't really understand why McFarlane Toys hasn't really caught up with articulation. I know their motto at the beginning was you couldn't have a phenomenal sculpt and good articulation, but I really feel that especially like companies like Diamond Select with their Marvel Select line, which is about the exact same price point as these McFarlane Color Top Series figures, they've been able to kind of, now they don't have awesome articulation, but they have a lot better than this. So I don't know why McFarlane Toys kind of refuses to get on board with the articulation, but nonetheless, this is a wonderfully sculpted figure. It really shows Spawn off, and I'm super happy to have it in my collection. So once again, that is going to do it for me this evening. I want to thank you guys so much for checking out these videos. If you guys did like this video, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know in the comments if you guys are Spawn fans, what you guys thought of this figure, what you think of the Spawn comics. I'd love to talk anything Spawn related. Let me know if you guys think the McFarlane refusal to do much articulation kind of annoys you as much as it does me. There should be a subscribe button popping up here in a few seconds. If you guys could go ahead and hit that, make sure you guys don't miss any of the future content, as well as a couple of my past videos. So make sure you guys go ahead and check those out. So once again, that is going to do it for me this evening. I want to thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.